Hello and happy Easter, everybody. Thank you for waiting. I hope everybody's having a great holiday and is able to spend it with some family and friends and cooking delicious food. And I'm happy we're here again today to make one of my favorite dishes, the Vareniki. And I'm really excited because everyone voted on this and that's how we chose this dish. And it was between this one and the stuffed peppers, and the stuffed peppers we'll do another time. But I think today I'm just gonna start with showing you all of the ingredients that we have in the kit. But first, I would like to thank, again, Secret Burger for providing this great, simple platform that we can make these events happen, even if we're separated. My friend Bryce from DW Bistro had an amazing class earlier today where he made the scones. I actually got one of the kits, but wasn't able to make it, but I'm gonna make it tonight for Easter. Yeah, good. That's what I was gonna say. Before we start anything, everybody needs to get their drinks ready. I have mine. I got a little bit of a head start. Okay, and then I'm gonna do an Easter game today. Every time I say you're just gonna take a drink of wine or whatever you have. So probably in the next 10 minutes, you will be intoxicated and maybe won't be able to make this dish. Let's give it a try. Hi, Shuri, happy Easter. Okay, so my whole goal with making these kits is to make all of these dishes that maybe seem a little bit complicated super easy. That way you can see how much salt, how much pepper, how much potato, everything goes into it, so you can make one portion for yourself or double it, triple it, whatever, to make it for parties or your family. The Vareniki is a great dish because you can make it ahead of time and freeze it, and then just boil them whenever you want. I think also for a lot of people, hey Chef Brian, for a lot of people, yeah, that's already like 20 shots of alcohol, 21. 22. So 23. Geez. Okay, so let me backtrack on that. It's a great dish to freeze, pre-make, have it ready for you whenever you want to enjoy it. Also these days, you know, a lot of friends are running out of things to do with their kids, so you can put them to work. That way, by the end of quarantine, you can just send them over here and we'll give them a job and take them off your hands again. Anyways, so we take off everything from our kit. You have salt and pepper. I actually mix them together because it's just a pinch of salt and a pinch of pepper, and you can adjust, add more, a little bit less of the salt and pepper according to your taste. Also, have a cup of water ready because this will be what we use to stick the dumplings together. We have our dough, which I've pre-made. Oh, sorry. We have our dough that I have pre-made, ready for you. So the dough, to make this recipe, it's super, super easy. You can add egg to it if you like. This doesn't have egg in it, but the recipe is about half a cup of hot water, about a cup of flour, a pinch of salt, and oil. And you just blend all those things together until you create a really nice dough, and then you slice it really thin and roll it out for these dumplings. I wanted to make it a little bit easier for you because if you don't want to deal with that, you go to your local Asian market and you buy gyoza wrappers, and that's the simplest way. Okay. All right, so first part of the kit, I gave you guys potatoes. So you'll have in your 16-ounce container half potato and half chopped onion. The potato, the way that it is, we start with a warm potato and we grate it. I'm just showing you. You guys, it's already done for you, but you're going to grate the warm potato. And then we add it to our bowl. And if you haven't done so already, you're going to need to bring some water up to a slow rolling boil. And that will be towards the end when we boil our Vareniki, and also have a pot ready with some olive oil so that we can later fry the onions. Let me see. So professional, I know. I'm gonna take a drink. Awesome. Okay, so we have our grated onion. Also in the kit, you have the onion that's chopped inside of the container. What I'd like for you to do now, because this will take a little bit of time, you're just going to heat your onions up until they are a light golden color. I've actually already done this because I don't have the magic of heating equipment here. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like. That's kind of the color that you're striving to achieve. Just very light, just enough to release all the flavors from the onion so we can mix it in with the potato. And also, if you wanted to get a head start on this now, there's another small container with the chopped onion, and what I did with that was caramelize it. And it gets like this really nice golden rich color, super packed with flavor, which is going to complement this whole dish because you have all these different textures going on at the same time. Let's see. Love you too, Bryce. Hey, Marisa. So we have a wonderful lady on here, Marissa Finetti. She has an amazing blog and just super knowledgeable about wine. So I can't wait for you to give us the notes on the wine. So Carrie, the onion that's in the small container, that's what we're going to use to caramelize the onions. So I'm just here while you guys are going through the process. I'm going to answer any questions and kind of just show you the different things that we're doing. So you're not going to caramelize both. The one in the container with the kit, you're just going to take that to a very light brown color. I'll show you the difference so you can see. So one is just softened and clarified a little bit, and then the other one is actually going to be a crispy golden brown or dark brown texture. So hope that answers the question. Oh, Darlene, I want to say what's up to my friend Darlene because she got one of these kits and she is doing this today. Oh, awesome. And I can't wait to see Brooks doing the cooking today. Okay, so I want to give another shout out to my friend Justin Hall, Chef Justin Hall. I thought it was really funny when I posted the whole poll on this. I'll read you something pertaining to the excitement that he had once he knew what the options were. So just give me a second. Justin, are you on this? Who knows? You're going to find it out later. Basically, what Justin said was, never in history crisis has anybody asked for stuffed peppers. This is a potato situation, Nina, and fair enough. America quarantined potato dumplings, which is very true, because that's what we're craving. We're craving meat, potatoes, the hearty, the rich food, the comfort food. Oh, the herbs. Let me talk about the herbs. So Patricia brought this up. The herbs that I included, this is our Forte gypsy salt, and we just named it that, but in Bulgarian it's called samardala, and samardala is a wild garlic, so it's a dried wild garlic, and then it's hand crushed and salted, so it has a lot of really unique, fun flavors, and I included this. I really like having it with the Vareniki. So the onion, I just sauteed it with some canola oil. And again, I'll show the onions. So I know that's going to take a little bit of time. And then one more shout out. I have one of my really good friends in LA. It's his birthday today. So I kind of decorated both for Easter and for his birthday over here. Hey, Leanne, Brian. Ooh, Brian, I am going to tell you after this what we're doing next week because it is actually another one of my absolute favorite dishes, and I think you will appreciate this very much. Okay, let's see. And Rissa, if you don't mind, if you want to put in the comments about your blog, so everybody has a link to it in this. Okay, I think we should be good with the time, and you guys can monitor and come back to this later, but I'll show you how we're going to do the filling for the Vareniki. So for the filling for the Vareniki, we're going to take the lighter onion, and we're just going to add it to our potato mixture. Oh, and I love it, John. Mr. Tippins in the house. And I gotta say, onions cooking is probably one of my favorite smells. Wonderful. Okay, so we have our onions and our potato. And I'm gonna add as much of salt and pepper that I included in the kit, but it's just a pinch of pepper and a pinch of salt. And oh my God, this weather is insane. Hey, Chef. Hey, Chef David. And then what we're just gonna do is just mix it all together and create like a really nice paste. So the onions that are, Katie, yeah, your question, the lighter onions are in the big container with the potato. Because those two go together. The ones in the smaller container, those are gonna be the ones for caramelizing. Awesome. How many shots or drinks has everyone had since this thing started? Yeah, Martin, we're getting some rain and we're getting some hail out here, so this is pretty wild. Yeah, Justin, where are you? Okay, well, just let me know if someone has their onions all done, then I'll start showing you guys how to fill them so we can all do this kind of together. In the meantime, I will start talking about the wine. So I'm very excited about this wine. It's from Terra, Tangra, which is in the Thracian Valley in Bulgaria. They make some pretty incredible wines, and this wine in particular is a part of Christos Stoichkov's business ventures in his entrepreneurship. And it's named number 8 because that's the number that he played with when he was a professional soccer player. And if you guys don't know who Christos Stoichkov is, very much worth looking up because he probably scored the most goals in his career than anybody else. 94 was probably the biggest deal for any World Cup soccer fanatic because I think he won the Golden Boot at that time. And my mom always tells a story that when she came to the United States and people asked her, you know, where she's from, and she would say Bulgaria, and they didn't know where that was exactly or where Sofia was, but everybody knew Christos Stoichkov. And he's an incredible man, and he's still involved in soccer and football, and coaching, and also he's currently a commentator for the sport as well. So the herbs again, they're just for whatever you'd like. You don't have to put them in the mix. They're a little bit too salty, but it's really nice for garnish after we cook the Vareniki. Okay, seems like everybody is caught up. So we'll take another drink. Cheers, and then we'll start. Okay. So I'll do all this very slow. Also, if you would like to grab just a teaspoon so you have it handy, and I apologize for not giving those notes as well. Susan, no. So again, guys, the green mixture is just separate. I'm sorry I didn't put that in the notes. It's just a seasoning that you can sprinkle on other dishes and add it to the top of the vareniki, but it has a lot of flavor. So I would just try it and see how much you want to use. Okay. So we'll start. I have my dough, and what I like to wet the outside. So then when we close it, it all sticks together. And I take about a little bit less than a teaspoon of filling and just put it in the center. And I'll try to go as slow as possible for this. And then what you do is just you fold it over, and you have a nice half moon shape. Yeah, Jolene, I have so much of this wine, and you know I have his red blend as well, which is also spectacular. So, yeah, and Carrie, you can use the other mix from the last class on this one too. Okay, so we have our half moon shape. And you wet the edges, starting at the end. And then what you do is you just fold. You fold the corner. Okay? And then with these two, you use your two fingers. I don't know how this is going to come out, but you use your two fingers and you lead with the top one. So I'm gonna fold it here and then pinch.
Stay right there. Yeah, we're on that camera. You're good.
Okay. Oh.
Stay right there.
Okay. And then I'm folding and I'm pinching. This fold is a little bit easier to do than the one that I included in the kit, but you can do it however you like. But I like doing this one because it's just a little fold and a pinch just so you create that nice shape, and then the dumplings don't fall apart when you boil them. Okay. And then you have your last edge and you fold it over. So you guys can see. How's everybody doing with that? Okay. So I'll get started on the next one. So this will be up for you guys to return to later. If you guys want me to do like a separate video just showing how to do the fold, then that works too. Yeah, great. Thank you, Marissa. Marissa just mentioned something about the wine, full-bodied, Vinyard, mouth-watering acidity, and love the nuttiness of this wine. It's really nice notes. Okay, so I'm going to do the next one. And again, you fold, and then you lead your hand. So it's almost like I'm just making little triangles. I'm sorry, my hands are shaky because I'm nervous. Yeah, Cherie, you got it. So Cherie just added a nice technique to this. Fold, pinch, drink, repeat. Absolutely. And I feel like the more you drink, the better you get at this because you stop worrying about it. Hey, Gary, what's up? Miss you. Okay. So I'll start speeding this up a little bit. I'll still keep doing it slow so you guys can catch up. I'm sure everybody's handling it because so far, every single dish that I've made, everybody else's dish looks better than mine, so I'm not worried about it. Okay. Thanks, Susan. You're awesome. So once you make all these, you can drop them in the water. You want kind of a rolling boil. You don't want an aggressive boil because it'll just break everything apart. I like to keep these refrigerated for a little bit so that they get their shape and everything together. These will cook really, really fast if you make them fresh. Oh, what's up, Justin? Finally. Always late to the party, fashionably late to the party. Justin just got here, now I got nervous and I messed this one up. You're amazing. All right, so I have about 4 done. Do the 5th one here. Did anybody cook their other Vareniki last night, or are they saving them for today? Okay, got it. Yeah, you're super fire. Okay. And then when we cook these, you're just gonna watch them cook because you want to pay attention, especially if they're not frozen. The dough will start getting a little bit translucent and they'll float to the top. Since they're not too cold, they'll kind of like stay more elevated anyway, but I usually just make sure that the dough is translucent and doesn't have like a sticky feeling to it when you take it out of the water. They should have more of like a firm, doughier texture. So the fresh Vareniki, they're gonna take a little bit less than a minute, or about a minute. The frozen ones, those will take about 2 minutes, maybe a little bit over. Thanks, Marissa. I'm glad you're here. This feels like a party. Every time we do these on Sundays, it feels like I'm getting ready for a party. Okay. So I have all mine done. And we're gonna drop them. Oh, Amber, yeah. So this'll, yeah, we'll do another close-up for the folding so you can do it. Or I can also Zoom you and we can do it together. Either way, I got plenty of time. I'll trade you lessons for donuts. How about that? Amber has an amazing donut shop called Carl's Donuts. If you wanna put your link in there, that'd be awesome. So people can come see it. All right, I'm gonna go drop these in the water and I'll be right back. So when I come back is probably the same time you should be taking your dumplings out. Okay, so if you haven't done so, I just took it out and you can see they're really beautiful and nice firm texture for the dough. You guys got that? Alex. Yeah, Jolene, thank you. It is kosher. I believe so. I believe so. You know what? I hate to. I don't always like using this reference, but this is peasant food. This is food at its most simplest form, and you can find. I mean, flour right now is a little tricky, but you can find flour, water, salt, oil, potatoes, and onions. Very simple. So Erica, the frozen ones, boil them for a little bit over a minute. And you can see, that's why I wanted to include the frozen ones so that you see the difference. So this is fresh and this is what it looks like, and you have that in your memory. So you have that as a reference point to where when you boil the frozen ones, you can kind of see what you're looking at. And that's why I just want to make this as easy as possible. I know there's some amazing chefs, doing this with me, and I just, when people ask me technical questions, I just say, this is how I learned it, this is how I saw it, I felt it, and I know a lot of my chef friends also do that as well. Yeah, they start kind of floating to the top when they're done. You can have them year-round. So Vareniki, this is the dish, what it's called. So Vareniki means something that's boiled. And we have another dish here at the restaurant that's pelmeni. That's very similar to this. It's the same dough, but we fold it more like a tortellini, and we can do that recipe as well if you guys are interested. Yeah, there will be some filling left over. I just wanted to include it extra. So the filling that I made, so you have also reference, will be for the portions that I gave you. So the frozen ones and this one as well. So I kind of wanted to do, so you see, for like 2 servings. How long? For fresh, you boil them for a little bit less than a minute. And then for dressing these, I love sour cream, and that's what we're going to use to dress these. I'm just reuse my spoon here. And I like to do a nice, healthy dollop of sour cream. And then my favorite part of the whole thing is our caramelized onions. And someone else recently said this to me, you have onions inside, you have onions that are caramelized, and you have the potato and the dough. And even though there's 2 different types of onions, they complement each other so well. And the caramelized onions add such a rich flavor to this, and the ones inside are just more of a soft flavor. And I like to just put these everywhere. So this is the part where you can either, the way that we serve it at the restaurant, we dress them with salt and pepper. But I included the gypsy salt in there, which is one of the herbs that we have here that we import from Bulgaria. Like I said, the wild garlic. The wild garlic grows a certain time during the year, and it's all hand-picked, hand-dried, and what's it called? Whatever you do with this. Hand ground. And then I'm going to do some pepper and just a little bit of salt. And we have our beautiful Vareniki. Oh yeah, and the onions, I can eat caramelized onions just straight from the cup. Okay, so we'll take another drink. And we'll give it a go. It's also nice too. It's like we're all cooking together, and then we all get to eat together, and just share a nice Sunday. And I tend to like things on the saltier side, so I will add some of these herbs onto there. And you can either, if you have the herbs from the last kit, you can add those on as well. Add a really nice flavor. And Carrie, yes, that is a great idea. Poached salmon sounds fantastic. That's a very, very complimentary dish. Oh, and another thing about Vareniki, a question we have at the restaurant, when this gets brought out or people are reading the description, they ask, is it similar to like a pierogi? And absolutely, because everything regionally is very similar recipes, but just different names. So Nadia, you caramelize the onions with some oil on a little bit on higher heat, so they get that nice brown crispy texture. Okay. We did it, guys. Round 4. That's incredible. I'm happy. We have a lot of people that are doing all these kits every week, and you're really helping my goal in just bringing Eastern European food and Bulgarian food into your household. It's a great honor for me. My family and I, we've been here for 30 years, and I've always been very proud of my heritage, and I'm glad that this simple food is something that you guys can enjoy, and especially during these times, I think when we're all trying to watch our health, the simpler the food, the better, but you still want nice, fresh ingredients, and hopefully to be able to make everything at home yourself. Okay, so now the most important part. For the next dish that we're gonna do next week, because this Easter is just, I call it regular Easter, but next Easter is Greek Orthodox Easter. And so we're able to celebrate it again. And we have different traditions and what we eat, what we don't eat, etc. So usually for Easter, you're supposed to eat vegetarian-based, no like red meats or animal proteins of that sort, until the next day. The next day, which ends up being Monday, then you lose your mind and eat all the meat and whatever you like. So this dish, from level 1 to khachapuri, is probably right there with the khachapuri. So if you guys like the khachapuri, then you're gonna love this one, and it's our banitsa. So banitsa is one of the dishes that we have here, and if you've been here, it's like a spiral, but there's so many different recipe variations. It's a staple dish in every Bulgarian household. Right now, my mom and my dad have a battle of who actually has the better recipe. I'm gonna say my mom because she's right here and I'm scared of her. So let me see, where's my iPad? Hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta find my iPad. And as you know, if I don't mess something up or forget something, then this is not really a show that I'm a part of or my regular routine. So this is the banitsa. Do you guys remember seeing this? So banitsa, again, it's a very traditional dish, and there's different shapes. The one that we're gonna make will be the one that's like a spiral, but you can make it like in a pan, you can make it thin, you can make it big. In Bulgaria, it's a very common street food, so there's a lot of little stands where you can just go buy banitsa, and it goes really well with yogurt. And I'm very excited because the yogurt that we're gonna be featuring is this one. It's called Tremona. It's made in the East Coast by a fantastic man named Atanas Velev. I don't know if he's on this, but I hope he sees it because we will be featuring him. And it's traditional Bulgarian style yogurt. Bulgarian style yogurt tends to be a little bit not sour, but right? A little bit more sour. And we're gonna make a yogurt drink with this. You guys have probably tried kefir, but we're gonna do our own version of kefir. And we're gonna also serve this on the side so you can dip your banitsa in it, and you'll have actually probably this whole container so you can use it for whenever you like. And that'll be in the kit. And then for the drink, which I'm even more excited about, because this is going to blow your mind, in Bulgaria we have an infused wine called Pelin. So Pelin is very similar to like a sangria because we infuse the wine with multiple different types of natural herbs, as well as different fruits, a lot of bitter fruits, stone fruits, quince, pear, or quince, peach, apple, lemon. But the main ingredient, or not the main ingredient, but the most important ingredient in this is wormwood. So if you guys don't know what wormwood is, it has a pretty bad rap, but I want to let you know what wormwood is actually beneficial for. In old school remedies, wormwood is used for like upset stomach. If you overdose on wormwood, you start hallucinating. That's not my goal, so I'm just going to include just enough to. It's going to be a completely mild amount. They sell teas with Pelin in it, so don't worry about that. And I'll have all the other different types of herbs. And I'm going to include extra one because we're actually going to make a tonic out of this. So the tonic that we use to infuse the wine with, anything extra, you can drink it as a tea or like a supplement. And I think it really will help boost the immune system. So we'll post all those tickets up tomorrow. And I'm really excited. I think you guys will have, and the banitsa as well is another dish that's completely versatile. You can make it with meat, you can make it with spinach. In Greece, they call it spanakopita. You can do it with different variations of shapes and sizes, etc. Okay. I mean, that's about it. Thank you guys, and I really hope you enjoy your Easter, and I hope you enjoy the dumplings, and I'm looking forward to next week when we do all these other amazing dishes, and happy to keep doing this, and happy you guys are enjoying. Awesome. Yeah, everybody seems to like it. This is good. Beautiful. All right, wonderful. Thank you again, guys. I'll see you soon.